Hello. I decided that I'm going to start video logging the things that I go through mentally because nobody really knows every single thing that I go through. And I feel like it's important, not only for me, but whoever views this sees exactly, just where I was and just so I can log everything. Because you can write so much, and I don't mind writing, but technology these days, you can just video it. But I think I finally realized that I'm jacked up. And I'm not going to say it's a bad thing. I'm not going to say it's a good thing. I'm just going to say that a light bulb went off. And I don't know, I've been on this spiritual walk lately where I've been trying my hardest to get close to God as close as I can, and I've been praying more, I've been meditating more, and really getting close to God, like talking to Him personally. And I'm going to say that God is showing me some things, but then the enemy will try to remind me of some things. And I have to keep reminding myself that I'm a conqueror, that my past is not going to hold me back, because the enemy will use the things from your past to hinder you for you get into the future. So now that I'm understanding the situation that I'm in, me learning how to get through my past so I can get closer to my future, get closer to my destiny, I'm noticing the enemy is throwing things in my face that are hurting me. And because it's hurting me, it's kind of hindering me in a sense because the hurt is overwhelming. And I just want to give you a backstory of all the things that I've been through, just so you can have a better understanding of where God brought me from. Generations and generations of our ancestors been through stuff, and just going back and just looking at my past, and even my mom and her mom and her mom and her mom, it's like the women on our side of the family, they were always alone, and it's like I didn't want to be that person. I didn't want to be alone, and I didn't want to feel like I didn't have anybody. But what I noticed that just from my mom and her mom, me realizing that my mom, her mom didn't really raise her. Her grandmother raised her. And I know my mom loved her mother, and I love my grandmother. She was awesome. But the the effect that my grandmother had on my mother affected me. So now that I'm realizing that, and even though I'm so strong and so independent, the effect that my grandmother had on my mother affected me, and it's causing me some struggle with my mother now. And it's just crazy how the ripple effect will not only affect your past, but it can affect your future. But I refuse to continue this pattern. It stops with me. I can't continue this, you know. But my mom, she wasn't really there for us. She tried, she worked all the time. She had no choice. I get it. She didn't have a choice but to work. She married my dad when she was younger just so she can break free from being under my mother and of her mother, I meant. And she ended up being with a guy that really didn't love her, but she produced multiple children from him, but only two survived. And out of the two that survived from my father and my mother is me and my brother Cleveland. And it's a big mess. This is why I realized that it's so important for you not to link up with everybody and to produce children with everybody, because you're not only producing children with that person, but you're getting soul ties to that person. You're getting spirits from that person. And just looking at the struggles that I'm dealing with and the struggles that my brother is dealing with, it's real, and it's sad. And I'm not trying to cry, but it's sad because we have to fight off not only our issues but the issues of our parents, and it's not fair. But it's just something that God has dealt us, and it does make us stronger, and it does build us to be the people that God has intended for us to be, and God doesn't make any mistakes. Um, it's just hard dealing with something that doesn't really belong to you. So with that being said, me realizing that it's not my mom's fault that she wasn't there. It's not my mother's fault that some things happened to us why she wasn't there to watch over us. Um, I had to raise myself. I had to take care of the house. I had to cook. I had to clean, and I had to grow up before my time. And with that being said, even with that, is that put a ripple between me and my brother's relationship, because I wasn't really a sister. I was like a mom, and we always fought and we always argued. And when I say fought, we fist fight. And it's like, but it's like it's not our fault. It's like now I'm realizing that none of that, anything and everything that we've been through in our childhood wasn't our fault, because so many spirits were around us. And my mom's not the mom she is now that know how to rebuke and bind up and send spirits back to where they belong. The spirits lingered there, and that stuff affected me as a child. Things I saw, things I felt, things I seen as a child, and even as a teenager. You wonder why you're doing the things you're doing or acting the way you're acting, because you can't really help it, because the atmosphere is jacked up. So now that I realize that, it's time to let go of that hurt. It's time to let go of that pain. Because now that I am 33, I realize that it's not my mom's fault. And it's not her fault that she is who she is. And she raised us the best way that she could. Point blank, period. So, me knowing this now, I'm moving forward in the name of Jesus. I'm not going to allow the past to hinder me no more. I'm not going to allow the issues that I have with my father. My father wasn't there. He wasn't there at all. I longed for him. I yearned for him, because I felt like I didn't have my mom or my dad. It was just me. That's what I felt, alone growing up all the time. I had my grandmothers and my aunts, and our mom's side of the family is so small, and we didn't really know our dad's side of the family. Only people we knew from our dad's side was our grandmother, which is his mother, and his sister, which is my aunt, and my uncle. But the only person I was really, really, really close to was my granny, which I love to pieces. But my dad, he was always in and out. I remember some things that he did. He used to come back to Palaca, which we was at the time, and he would take us out to eat, or he'd buy us a toy. But he wasn't there mentally. He was there physically sometimes, but he wasn't there mentally. And time prolonged, and he really wasn't there. I went to go visit him a couple times in New York when, like I said, he really wasn't there. He was always drunk, you know, or high. And at that time, I was dealing with my own demons and stuff like that. And we'll probably talk more about that in my next video log. So I want this to go over 10 minutes. But I'm gonna do better, and I'm gonna do my best to get over my past, because the best is yet to come, and I can't allow my past to really hinder my future. So that being said, pray for me. Whoever watches this, pray for me. Keep me lifted up, and hopefully there'll be a book out of this, because there's a lot that I know somebody else can heal from. This could help somebody. I know this can help somebody. Well, be blessed. Stay focused. Stay prayed up. Thank you for listening.